Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. I'm not the United Stand. Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. A bit of a quick changeover from the United Stand there, but I hope you're all doing very well. Hopefully we're going to get an Everton win tonight. I'm not going to mess about. It would be great for the title if Man City keep dropping points. I think we've all established that and we're all absolutely spot on about that. Let's be honest. Merry Christmas everybody. I hope you're all doing well tonight. We'll go through the team news in a minute. I'm on it like a car bonnet. We're just about to start the match here, which means I need to get the timer up and running, and also I need to get the filter right because that's the wrong colour. There we go. That was from United Stand last night. Still think I'm a little bit wrong with the timer here, but I'll get it set up for you. Bro forgot about the Onana poll. It was 50-50, wasn't it, Ron? I'll have to come back to that. But yeah, look, ready to go here and looking forward to it a lot. Everton, obviously, good cross into the box. And he was actually flagged offside, I think, there. But we'll go through the team news for you because a few changes coming in. Let's get the stats carousel running round for you as well. Don't forget that that stats carousel is sponsored by One Football. So you can download that for free. Get your latest breaking football news, transfer news on there throughout January as well with the transfer news. And also, don't forget, you've got the individual player stats on there for you as well. We're also sponsored by Surfshark tonight, which I'll talk to you about in a moment. You can download that. They've got a fantastic offer for you. Virtual private network. So if you want to watch content in different countries when you're in a different country, it's a great way to do it. And we've got a great offer for you. Prediction for tonight, Mark, says Daisy. I think Man City will win. I hope they don't, but I think they will. Everton have played very well recently. And I think it would be great if Man City didn't win. They've got no Haaland, but they have got Rodri. There are two other games going on tonight as well. I'll give the updates on those very, very quickly. Chelsea were winning 1-0 against Crystal Palace, but I think it might be 1-1. We'll get an update on that. Mudryk actually scored. Gusto with the assist. Wolves are beating Brentford 3-1. Hwang Hee-chan has got 2 goals, and that's in the first half. Lamina as well. Wizza scored a goal back. If you've got Hwang Hee-chan in your fancy Premier League team, like me, then you are laughing. But I'll give you an update on that in a moment. We are obviously watching this game here between Manchester City and Everton. You've probably seen this, the team news going around the screen for you. It's Man City on the attack at the moment, which I think we'll see a lot of. It'll be counter-attacking football from Everton. Get your questions in tonight as well. I've had a few beers. You might see me on Twitter. It's Christmas. Pickford, Patterson, Tarkowski, Branthwaite, Mikalenko, Gomez, Onana, Harrison, Garner, McNeil and Gomez up front. And then Man City are Ederson, Walker, Stones, Akanji, Aki, Nunez and Rodri, Silva, Foden, Grealish and Alvarez. No Haaland, not on the bench. Not really anything on the bench attacking-wise for Man City that you'd look at and go, wow. They've got Phillips, Kovacic, Ortega, Gomez, Vardiel, Bob, Suso, Lewis and Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is on the bench, but it's Lewis surname and Hamilton second name. I get the joke. I think you do too. But yeah, is Goldbridge Saves Football returning on Friday, says Derek. It is. The podcast had to take a break because of the Christmas period, but it's back on Friday. Really looking forward to it, actually. We've got a really good sort of transfer-related for January show, which I think you'll enjoy. I've missed the podcast, actually. I've missed Will, I've got to say. It's only been a week. Everton, into the box. Good save by Pickford. Good block. This is a dangerous position here, and Everton do well to clear it. It is 1-1 between Chelsea and Palace, by the way. I think Alisi has scored for Crystal Palace right on half-time with Ayew getting the assist. So it's 1-1 between Chelsea and Palace. Dreadful season. Lots of football going on at the moment, but a dreadful season for Chelsea continues there, although it is only half-time. Think Sancho should go to Newcastle, says Keel. I'm not sure United would do that deal, Keel, if I'm being completely honest. Not so sure that United would be happy doing that. But team news is going round on the screen for you. It's been a good start from Man City. Got to say, they're trying to. They look energetic and they look like they want to get on the front foot, get that first goal, and get this game won. They'll also be looking at that league table, considering what's going on and thinking, we need to step things up a little bit here. We need to get in the race, so to speak. Cross comes in, and Rodri on the edge of the box is not where you want to see him, but it goes to Kyle Walker. Let's see what happens here with Bernardo Silva. Back into Kyle Walker, into the box again. Phil Foden, good feet. I mean, Everton are very much inviting Man City into the box here at the moment, and Mikalenko's just going to boot that clear. It's back with Everton, back with them again. It's relentless stuff here. Anyway, today's show is brought to you by Surfshark, a top-tier VPN virtual private network service that's all about protecting your online data and privacy. With Surfshark, your private messages, photos, videos, and sensitive information are securely secured. But the coolest feature about Surfshark is the ability to change your virtual location on platforms like Netflix, giving you access to a world of content no matter where you are. You can be in New York and log into your UK Netflix by just saying you're in the UK, which means that you can be anywhere in the world, no matter why you are in the world, by changing your location. That's the beauty of a virtual private network. Surfshark you can use on unlimited devices, so you can use it on your phone simultaneously with your laptop, etc. Also, they're giving out an exceptional code for you, which is That's Football. You can get up to 6 extra months free on your Surfshark subscription. That's right up to half a year of premium digital protection at no additional cost. This offer is exclusively for you who are watching That's Football tonight, so make sure to grab it while it lasts. And remember, with Surfshark, you're not just protecting a VPN service, you're getting a complete digital protection package. So don't miss out on it. Amazing opportunity. Use the code That's Football to get your hands on this fantastic deal. Links in the live description, and scan the QR code as well. If you've never tried one before, maybe 2024 is the time to try it. Loads of people do. Scan that QR code or go through the link in the description. Surfshark really is a fantastic VPN to use. Thank you very much to Surfshark. Now, WM says, thoughts on United fans being mad, deluded, thinking they're a good side as Villa without 3 key starters last night in Cash, Torres and Kamara, says WM. Man United haven't had Martinez and Casemiro for most of the season. Luke Shaw didn't play last night. So, you know, I don't really think that the injury argument stands up to me. It's an excuse, but it's one that can get thrown back to you. Yes, Marquino, Goldbridge, hope you had a good Christmas, as Liverpool 32 Red. You too. And also, as an Arsenal fan, hold on a minute. Let's wait. We'll see what the Arsenal fans in a minute. Kyle Walker's going to shoot, and it deflects wide. Charlie is an Arsenal fan. He says, as an Arsenal fan, I was fuming at those prats who wanted Arteta out. Trust the process. Hope you had a great Christmas, Mark. Keep up the good work. I have had a good Christmas, and you know what? I'm still having a good Christmas. Like yesterday, Boxing Day, loved it. Was just in the living room, chilling out, watching good programs, eating good food, spending it with good company. And then did it again this afternoon. You know, me, Seb, Mrs. Goldbridge. We were just watching, what did we watch? Taffy McTabby or something like that. And we watched Mog's Christmas. Then we watched The Nativity. And we had a curry. Great, just chilling out. You don't get to do it any other time of the year. I think it's so important. Trivia for you, Mark. In which country was the only Playmobil factory, says Alex. Got no idea. No, Denmark. That's Lego, isn't it? Hi, Mark, says Vince. I would like to know your opinion. Who had the best individual Premier League season between Ronaldo in 2008 and Suarez? Ronaldo, Vince. Every day of the week. Every day of the week. Vince says, you know this Mike LUHG guy on X, he got angry when Højlund scored and when we came back, even though he's a United fan, why can't we back our players, says Gary? Because they want to be proved right, Gary. There is a new breed of United fan over the last 10 years, and maybe Arsenal fan as well, is they'd rather be proved right, FC, than support the team. I think it gets to the point where they're not really supporters of Man United or Arsenal or Liverpool anymore, because they've become so lost in their obsession to be proved right about a decision they never made in the first place. I mean, it amazes me that you can be frustrated that United win games because you want to be proved right about a manager that you didn't even appoint and you won't sack. It's a crazy mentality that's sort of crept in, isn't it? Correct answer is Malta, says Alex G. Thank you very much. But it is stupid, isn't it? Sack the manager, not happy that we won, don't even come up with a replacement, didn't appoint Ten Hag, you don't sack him. It's a weird flex of frustration inflicted on these people by themselves. If you're a supporter of a football club, support it. You know, I wanted Ollie sacked at the end. I wanted Jose sacked at the end. But when Ollie was losing to Watford at half-time, I didn't want us to lose because he might get the sack. I wanted us to bloody win. But it happens a lot now. I know, I get told that there's Arsenal fans who... Well, I was on TalkSport last week and there was an Arsenal fan saying Arteta out. They'd just gone top of the league for Christmas. Madness. Madness. Correct answer is Malta. Having Mount back is a plus. No more McTominay, says Mario. Well, that would be a plus, yeah. Still 0-0 here. Everton not really done a hell of a lot yet, but... Who would you prefer to win the Premier League? Arsenal or Liverpool, says GP. I don't look, neither of those choices are a nice choice for me as a Manchester United fan. I can respect both teams, which I have done multiple times last season with Arsenal and this year with Liverpool. You know, I don't want either of them to win the league, but I can't be blind to how impressive they've been, certainly Arsenal over the last 18 months and Liverpool over the last 4 months. Who I'd want them, I don't want either of them to win the league. I want Villa to win it. I don't think that's going to happen. So if Man City's not going to win the league, it's got to be Arsenal or Liverpool. And I think you can make a case for both at the moment. So I don't want to be having a preference, if I'm being honest. But I think, look, Man City are still favourites with the bookies, and they're still favourites with me, for the simple reason that they've been there, done that, and that makes them very, very, very dangerous. Indeed. That's why I would love Man City to drop points tonight, because the more points they drop, the more in trouble they'll be. Talal says, hi Mark, wanted your opinion on Ronaldo's performance this year. 53 goals with 1 game left this year is insane considering his age. But mate, with all due respect, he's playing in a league that's nowhere near as good as the... I mean, it's not as good as the Championship. It really isn't. I mean, most of these Saudi Arabian teams would do well to get promoted from League One. So that's the problem with Ronaldo. Legend of the game, but I don't really respect the goals in a league that's like that, to be honest. It's the retirement league, as Sam says, yeah. But no one can begrudge him that. As I said, he's won multiple Ballon d'Ors. He'll go down as one of the greatest players in the world. Why shouldn't he earn millions and millions of pounds? He's got every right to go and do it. The runs Rasmus makes are crazy. I just wish the rest of the team would pick their heads up and feed him rather than smashing it into the box as CJ. Chris says, Mark, wasn't there one point where you said that if not getting top 4 means Glazers leave Man United, then you'd want that, says Chris. Well, yeah, I would take that, yeah. But that's very different to the way people behave around a manager that's got, you know, no prospect of being sacked, and then they don't enjoy United winning. I mean, that's a hypothetical, never going to happen, is it? You know, if somebody said to me the Glazers will leave if Man United don't get top 4, obviously any Man United fan's going to take that, but it's a very difficult... Oh, here we go. This should be a goal. I think Pickford should have come out quicker, but he makes the save, and he makes a double save. Well done, Pickford. Bloody hell. That should have been 1-0. You'd have put money on City scoring there. City have certainly been the side in the ascendancy so far, and it feels a little bit like it's a matter of time before City get the first goal. And I'm wondering what's happened to Everton, who I've watched a few times in recent weeks and have looked very good. Opinions on Andre Gomez, says Hamish. He runs hot and cold. He does run hot and cold. And LFC Gamer and Vlog says, as a Liverpool fan, sacking Ten Hag won't change anything unless he gets the backing he deserves. True Liverpool supporters stuck with Klopp through hard times. If we can do it, other teams can too. I think the importance of the win against Villa last night was huge. I think that result in itself should get him well into January. And then when you're into January, why sack a manager? So I think that's a massive result for him tonight. If Saudi League is so easy, why haven't more players scored that much, says Rashin. Mate, I'm not here to talk about the Saudi League. If you like it and you want to watch it, well done. Not many people do, because it's a retirement league. And I don't watch it. And therefore I don't watch it and I don't respect it. Whether that's rude or not, I don't. Same as the MLS. I don't watch it. I don't respect it. I don't count the goals scored in that as transferable in comparison to European leagues. I'm sorry. City are missing Haaland up front, says Hamed. And hi, Mark. It's been a bad few months for me, but you and the chat help me so much. So thank you for going live every day and putting a smile on our faces, says Luke. Well, I hope you're doing better, Luke, and it's great to hear that the community helps. All the best. Talal says, agreed, but would you rather watch the MLS or the Saudi League? I'd rather watch EastEnders. I've got no interest in the MLS or the Saudi League. None at all. But it's interesting because my nephew got the full pink MLS Messi kit for Christmas, which apparently has sold out massively. You can't get it. So, you know, regardless of where they play, Messi and Ronaldo are still box office, and you can't not respect that. It's been a very good start from Man City here. The scary thing is if they can keep this going. It's their intensity has been amazing, and Everton have really struggled to deal with it. It just feels like Man City are going to score. Rodri will hit that. Good tackle. That's a bad ball there. How long before Rooney goes to Saudi to manage, says JJJ? How long do you think Rooney's going to last at Birmingham? And it's not going great. There are two other games going on. It's 1-1 between Chelsea and Palace half-time. It's 3-1 to Wolves at half-time against Brentford. The interesting thing there is about Fantasy Premier League. I wasn't doing very well at all in mine. But I feel that Wang Hee-chan could be rescuing me in a sense. Everton have won a free kick here. And these are the sort of free kicks they're going to thrive upon. Being able to whip across into the box, get high up the pitch. See what happens with this. Either or, Saka or Foden, says Big Cats. Easily Saka. So Andre Gomez is on this free kick. He's going to curl it towards the goal. A little bit like John McGinden to Onana last night. And Edison just comes and punches it away. Oh, fuck off. Apparently Hwang Hee-chan's injured now. Yeah, he's gone off injured at half-time. Great. You know, you get a positive and then it's negative, isn't it? Oh, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. How many points have I got in Fantasy Premier League? I'll tell you now. 17. Oh. Guess who I've got on my bench? Garnacho. I got Garnacho on my bench, so that's 31 points I've got. His first sub, yeah. His first sub, and I've got Haaland, so he'll be on. Because Haaland's not on the bench. I have got Senesi on the bench as well, but I don't think he'll get on because I've got everyone else I think is going to play. Oh no, Lascelles didn't play against Forest. So Senesi's going to come on the bench as well. Oh, he's coming on the bench. Have you ever met Ronaldo says gaming with Hamza? So I've actually got 20 points on my bench in Senesi of Bournemouth and Garnacho of United. So I've got 37 points at the moment. Because Lascelles and Haaland are going to come out. And then Hwang Hee-chan's got me 11. So this is turning into not a bad week for Goldbridge. There we go. Andy Bandy, let me just block you. I've got no interest in your politics. So it's not that sort of a channel. Not talking about it. So I've seen it in there about 4 times now. Got no interest in it. I don't think anyone else has got any interest in it. Go and find somewhere else to talk about that. Merry Christmas. Well done, Mex. He's got 39. Who said that's got 52? I am doing the Arsenal game tomorrow night, Oscar. I'll start at 7:30 for Spurs against Brighton. And then we'll move across for the... I'll have two screens because it's Amazon Prime. So Brighton, Spurs at 7:30 and Arsenal at 8:15. So at half time we'll be there for Arsenal West Ham. So looking forward to that. Do you play snooker? Also, Glazers should have left, says Stephen King. I don't play snooker. I play a lot of pool. I've got my own pool table, so I play a lot of pool, but I don't play snooker. I'd like to play snooker, but it's an awkward game to play. I don't know anybody who's got a snooker table anywhere near me that I can go and play on. I'm doing Liverpool-Newcastle New Year's Day night. Yeah, looking forward to that one, Jack. Although, I say I'm looking forward to it. I think Newcastle are going to lose. There's a big chance Newcastle could lose their next 3 games. They've got Liverpool at home. Sorry, Liverpool away, Man City at home, and then Villa away. I think they could lose all 3. Puts them in a really bad position. Go to a snooker club. Trouble playing snooker, it's a bit like playing golf. It takes a long time. 22 minutes gone here, and I just feel that it's defence against attack. I'd like to see Everton doing a little bit more. They're just not doing anything at the moment, and it just does feel like a matter of time before Man City get their goal. And here's Grealish into the box. Shoots. This could be it. No, it still could be it. Cross to the back post. Headed away. Pickford's made a number of saves already. If Pickford gets a clean sheet, he's going to get you loads of points in FPL. Mark, I saw you Milton Keynes McDonald's. You definitely didn't, MM. Mook, hope you're doing well as well. I didn't miss your super chat. I don't miss them. Not this year. Why do fan channels never cover the women's side, says Liverpool 32 Red? Maybe because they don't watch women's football. Not everything has to be about cancelling people, mate. I don't watch darts. I don't watch women's football unless it's my daughter playing. So you don't have to, you don't have to cover women's football if you've got a YouTube channel. Do you play snooker? No, I don't. Hi, Mark. Hope you had a good Christmas with Gravy. I did, Harvey. We had a great Christmas together. Thank you very much for that. Done that. Done that. Done that. Okay. Okay, we're caught up. Lovely stuff. Nickette says, Mark, love the second part of the show. Great work. I'm definitely attending the next one. Also, would you like a fully fit Mason Greenwood back at United next year? No, not for me at the moment, Nickette. I think we need to wait and revisit that in the summer. And, yeah. Total points in the FPL at the moment is 37. Chloe says, do you ever take a long break from running your channels? Christmas Day is the only day I really would say is off limits. I would never want to be streaming on Christmas Day. Wang Hee-chan came off at half-time, but he's already done the business for me. Couple of assists there. Cross came in from Everton there from a corner. It's still in the box. Bouncing around. Man City should get rid of that. And they do. They like to break, but they're not going to break there. Dizzy says, do you spend time with family at Christmas? No, I like to run a bath at about 9 o'clock, get in the bath, put a portable TV in there, and basically spend the day in the bath. You know, every hour or so, emptying half the bath, putting more hot water in. And that's my day, really. Just in the bath all day. Cara says, you're far behind on the game. This is the problem in the UK. Everyone says Amazon's brilliant coverage. It's not. You're better off with Sky. You're better off with TNT because you don't get a delay. There's always a delay when you're on Amazon because it's a streaming service. What's your plans for New Year's Eve, says Ash. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing on New Year's Eve. I never really make the massive decision on New Year's Eve until closer to the time. Certainly won't involve being in a nightclub or a pub or anything like that. I've been there, done that. I've played that game, and there's nothing to be gotten out of that at my age. Yeah, doing Arsenal West Ham tomorrow night. Bogey, 100%. Any New Year's resolutions, says Miguel? No, don't really believe in them. Respect to those who do. I used to do it years ago. I think it's good to set yourself targets, but I'd rather say, I don't think I set myself targets. I think I set myself nice to haves. There's a few things I'd like to do next year. When I look at this year, there's a few things I've done that I can look back on and go, that's great. I've got a few things lined up for next year, which if they happen, will be, you know, new things that I'll be proud of. And I think that's what it's about, isn't it? Quit boozing, says Danny. Well, I definitely need to do a little bit more around the old fitness side of things. I've had too many injuries this year. Oh, here we go. Everton into the box. No, lost the ball. Rodri makes a mistake. Goal for Everton! Goal for Everton! Goal for Everton! Don't you bloody dare go back and give a foul on Rodney. Don't you dare. That's a big goal. It's a big, big goal, and it's at the right time. I think they'll look at a foul. But calm down, everybody. Calm down. There's a bag of Tarkovsky. There's a bag of gravel in this for you. Keep a clean sheet. There's 4 bags of gravel. 4 bags of gravel. Tell Branthwaite he can have a bag too. I'm dealing. I've got a new batch. 3 bags off Deitch. It's a great goal by Everton. Garner with a brilliant pass. That's not a foul. That's no way a foul on Rodri. That's what you get for diving. Deitch is so underrated, says WM. If they go back and give a foul for this, I'm kicking a chair. Lovely goal. Lovely pass by Garner. There's a bit of a push on Rodri. It's not been given. It's 1-0. Get in. I told you. Christmas crackers everywhere. Harrison scored, by the way. Man City might get a bit nervous now. I actually think what went wrong for Man City was Rodri felt a push and went down. And that's the downside of Man City. You know, they do dive a lot. They feel a contact and they go down. And I think that's the problem with that. Pep can't moan about that. He is the master at getting his team to win soft free kicks. And I think Rodri there, you know, felt a push, thought he'd go down and get a free kick. Still very early days. Grace, would you like to go to more Nottingham games? I don't live in Nottingham. I haven't lived in Nottingham since I was about 17. I lived closer to Leicester City than I did Nottingham. And I've got no desire to go to Nottingham Forest games. How was your Christmas roast dinner? It was at LFC. I had to put a picture up this year. It's on my Instagram. It was on my Twitter as well. Without doubt, the best Christmas. In fact, you've just reminded me. Without doubt, we talk about this in the weeks running up to Christmas on these watch-alongs, about the components of a Christmas dinner. Without doubt, give us a mark out of 10 for your Christmas dinner this year. Because without doubt, to me, that was the best Christmas dinner I've ever had. Absolutely perfect. The roasters were cooked. The roast potatoes were cooked on Christmas Eve. And then they went in the air fryer the next day. They were magnificent. Red cabbage was perfect. The turkey was absolutely bang on. And the gravy was fantastic. I did the stuffing. That was perfect. Then I made the dinner. No. And I had Yorkshire pudding for the first time. Never thought it would work. Rodri's just missed. Never thought it would work. First time I've ever had a Yorkshire pudding on a Christmas dinner. And it worked. It worked. For me, putting a Yorkshire pudding on a Christmas dinner is like having the best team in the world already and then adding Erling Haaland to it when you don't need it. I never thought a Christmas dinner needed a Yorkshire pudding. I always thought it was overloaded. You don't need another component. God, was I wrong. I was wrong. That Yorkshire pudding in there just added something else. It was amazing. It was absolutely fantastic. Everton on the attack here. They've won another corner. Will they call United's new ground New Trafford, says 58 Go. Mark, you coached in the charity match. How involved actually are the managers in the gameplay on the pitch? When to attack, when to defend, who to pass, when to shoot, says Gary. I can't talk for the sidemen because they're very well organised and they know each other. And I think they get more in control. I think the sidemen team is more influenced by the sidemen. But I think the YouTube All-Stars is massively influenced by me because it's chaotic. They know each other, but they're not, you know, they don't train together or anything like that. So definitely a harder job doing mine, which is probably why they get me to do it. But I did say to Mini Minter last year, you know, put me in goal. Put me in goal. This will be a game changer. Look at some of the saves I made in that Wembley knockout tournament. Put me in goal. Remember the dive against United? Rodri fell down like he'd been hit by a Ford truck. He's a cheating diver, says Nigel. And hi Mark, really random but ideal curry order. Waiting on mine, says Luke. Just had one. Tikka masala, pila rice, garlic naan, chicken pakora, and sag paneer. Yeah, lovely stuff. Nearly came back then. Saladin says Saka's better than Haaland, Rice is better than Rodley, Man City have got fake fans. TUS Red Men TV watch along for Old Trafford, says Liverpool 32 Red. And hi Mark, really red. You know what? Red Men are good lads, really good lads. I really like Chris, and you know, but I don't, you know, I'm not interested in doing, with all due respect, dual watch-alongs. I feel I already do it. I like what I do with the people I do it with. And I've had so many offers over the years. Oh, do a watch-along with me, it'll be great. And I go, but it's already great. Like last night, we had 80,000 people watching Man United Villa on United Stand. We regularly get over 20,000 watching this. I mean, oh, it'll be great if we do this. I don't think we'll get any more numbers doing it with somebody else. I honestly don't. I think it works what we do. Everyone talks about Christmas dinner, but nobody talks about post-Christmas dinner. Turkey and stuffing sandwiches and bubble and squeak thoughts. Well, I like turkey and stuffing sandwiches, 58 go. Bubble and squeak I've not had for years. Daniel says they just want to improve their own status. I'll bet good luck to them. Everton are playing well. They're certainly playing well since they scored. I think City have actually, gone within themselves. Do I like pineapple and pizza? Says Daisy. I do. I'll be in the minority, but I do. Please do subscribe to this channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. You're very, very welcome on That's Football. We've got a double watch-along tomorrow night. Spurs and Brighton, and then Arsenal and West Ham. Arsenal with a chance to go back top of the Premier League, so it'll be a big game. We're on the way to 81,000. We're 400 away, so please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. The community goes from strength to strength. We hit 1 million subscribers this year. Obviously, we launched the podcast as well, Goldbridge Saves Football. So here's to a big 2024, but let's not forget to celebrate 2023. We raised £50,000 for charity in one stream. It's been a great year. It's been a great year. And thank you, everyone, for being part of it. Even a points deduction won't relegate Everton, says Christopher. And there's an injury here. I don't know who it is. Who's down here? Stones. Only just come back from an injury, John Stones. He's not happy. Do you think John Stones is getting at Pebbles is injured, says Carl? Do you think John Stones is becoming a little bit injury prone? Never seems to be fit, does he? 29. He'll be 30 this year. Getting on. Mark, a day to sing the Scooby-Doo theme song, and pineapples, chilies and pepperoni is my special, Marks is facing Dexter. I don't even know what John Stones did here. Oh, he's back on his feet. Used to play for Everton. Lucio says if Everton hadn't had their points deduction, they'd be 9th. Do you like eggnog, says Teo? No. I don't know whether John Stones has gone off here. Jake says, what did you get for Christmas? Oh, I tell you what, that wasn't part of my content tonight, but I got a few bits and bobs, but I think this is one. The only present I asked for, and then I forgot about it, was this. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I saw it a while ago, and I mentioned it to Mrs. Goldbridge, and then I completely forgot it. And this is what I got. So it's the Emperor's throne room from Return of the Jedi, which I've got a shelf. Well, I've got shelves behind me, but I've also got shelves there, so it's going to go on the shelf. So I'll enjoy building that, and then I'm going to put it on the shelf. I think the great thing about the great thing about Lego now is they've got loads and loads of sort of collector's items bits where you can build it, and then it just stays as a model. So yeah, I'm looking forward to building that. So I don't think it'll go up on the shelf behind me, although it would fit. Oh, Man City nearly scored from across there. But yeah, I'm well happy with that. Some people glue their Lego, you know, when they build it. Larry says poor Seb will be forced to build it again. Oh, he's already been building Lego yesterday and today. Hi, Mark. Would you say that Kyle Walker is Man City's right back if it wasn't for his pace? Says Mally. I think Kyle Walker without pace is, you know, it's his biggest asset, isn't it? So, but it's like, I think Kyle Walker without pace is like Erling Haaland without, you know, his finishing. It is an asset. I think John Stones is going to come off. Yeah, he ain't moving around well. Marvel or DC says 58 go. Not really into either of them. Dean Rav, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. Everton just need to get to half time here. Harry Scott, thanks for your super chat. Yeah, Vardiel's going to come on for John Stones here. Come back to what you know. Take everything real slow. I want to hold you, but I can't let you go. Next goal will be crucial in this. But I think City without Haaland, I think you're right. Another cross into the box there. City get it out. Yeah, and look, I think you can deal with Haaland. I think sometimes he can have a quiet game, but I think it's almost the myth, the legend, isn't it, of Haaland that can really make a difference. I just lost my live chat for a minute there. Sorry, I'm back. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Please do subscribe. Thank you. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. Another super chat coming in from the Inquisition. He says, if Chelsea don't win today, then they only had 9 home wins this calendar year, which is crap. I mean, I don't understand what's going on at Chelsea. 65 minutes gone. It's 1-1. Brentford are still losing 3-1 to Wolves. Chelsea would currently in 11th place, so they're scroll down FC again, which is a massive concern for them. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's not good for Chelsea, is it? I mean, I was just looking at their stats, and they're currently 6 shots to 9. Crystal Palace have had more shots, 3 shots on target each. It just, I don't know. What's the answer? What is the answer with Chelsea? I don't know. I think Man City missed De Bruyne. I think this is just another example of how important De Bruyne is. I know it's obvious, but anyway, rude of me to ask, what's the favourite thing you watched over Christmas? And don't say porn. I mean, you do that every day, surely. What was the favourite thing you watched over Christmas? I think the best thing I've watched over Christmas so far is, and I've recorded a lot of things, I quite liked The Royal Family, and there was a good documentary on Christmas Day night about Caroline Aherne, who wrote that. I do like a good documentary, and I quite enjoyed that. What else did I watch? I've got a lot of things on record. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I think Trading Places, I enjoyed that. Forest versus Newcastle, says Harrison. The Grinch. Die Hard. I didn't watch Die Hard this year. It's the first year I've not watched the Die Hard in years. Wash and Go Wembley Cup. Hey, mate, we put up some very good original content. The members section, we had the Christmas show for the United Stand. That's football. We had the part 1 and 2 of the Wembley Cup. And Christmas Day on the United Stand, we had the best bits. So I think we put up some good content. No repeats. I think Villa miss Bendia, one of the best in the world at pressing as an attacking midfielder and always a leader in chances created as WM. And yet they are doing that at the top of the league. Jasper, Love Actually. You know what? I really like Love Actually. And this year, I've watched it loads of times. And this year was the first year. You know the guy who buys the necklace for his secretary? You know what I'm talking about. He's married. He buys a necklace for his secretary. His wife thinks it's for her. She opens up a CD and realises the necklace has been bought for the secretary. So she faces up to him and he says, "Oh, I've made a big mistake." And they're together at the end of the film. And I always thought, well, was it just a necklace? Was it sex and a necklace? You know? And actually, for the first time, I realised it was sex and a necklace, because when she's putting the necklace on, she gets out of bed in her undies and it's a messed up bed behind her. So he's obviously been round to give her the necklace and something else. So if you didn't know that, she gets it wasn't a pearl necklace. I don't know what they did in bed, but she got a heart with a heart necklace on it, and he definitely banged her as well. And maybe she got a pearl necklace as well. I don't know. Which sort of makes the film a little bit not as good as it used to be, really, because I don't like the idea that he cheated on his wife. Uh, 3 minutes to go here of the first half. Long way to go. Yeah, it was Alan Rickman, Rachel Todd. Rest in peace. Taken too soon. What's a pearl necklace, Mark? Don't ask your mum if she wants one for Christmas. That's all I'd say. Please do not ask your mum or gran, do they want a pearl necklace for Christmas? Please don't. It will be very awkward. And if she asks you for one, run. Run away. If it's your stepsister, it's okay, says Tim. That's up to you, Tim. Lethal Weapon, forgot how good it is, and set at Christmas. I wanted to watch that this year, Kevin. I think the best film I watched that I didn't realise was Christmassy was probably Rambo First Blood, which you can watch all year round, but it was very Christmassy. Mr. Frodo says, have you ever given the missus a pearl necklace for Christmas, Mark? I've sort of done that joke already. Sort of done it already. Google are now wondering why there's been a big increase in Google searches of what's a pearl necklace. Jackson's just missed another sitter. He's bad. Well, it's half time here, so I'm actually going to go on to one of the other games. And we'll go Chelsea Crystal Palace. Actually, we'll put it on because that's what you can do. That's what you can do when it's on Amazon. Yeah, so I've got that on at the moment. We've got Chelsea versus Palace on, and Stephen had a pearl necklace the other day. It's great, thanks. Don't judge him. We live in a diverse world. I googled pearl necklace now. This move is too basic. It didn't need a snappy title, says Seppo. Would you rather get attacked by a tiger and a ninja or 5 Russian spies, says Weldo. I'm dead either way. Dead either way. I was watching, you know what? Me and Seb were watching The Lion King yesterday. The new film. Not the Elton John one. Elton John's not in the old one. He just sings all the songs. He's not the bloody lion. Imagine Elton John running around as a lion. He'd look alright, Pratt. I'm still standing. He wouldn't be the king of the jungle, would he? He'd get battered. Elton John in a fight. I know he's got a bit of a temper, but he's getting battered by anyone. Do you think Elton John in his prime could beat anybody in a fight? I mean, now he wouldn't. He's about 90. But Elton John, when he was 40, who's he going to beat in a fight? No one. But the cartoon one I'd seen loads of times, but I'd never seen this CGI real shit. I don't like it, to be honest. I saw it with the Jungle Book and I didn't like it. Disney have got this new way of goal, Chelsea, and it's Jackson. There you go. You're all taking the piss out of Jackson. He's just scored a goal. 15 minutes to go. 2-1 against Crystal Palace. Dean Henderson beaten like an egg. Eggnog. I didn't see who crossed it. He's still sad. He milks the goals like a bloody cow, doesn't he, Jackson? It's like every goal he scores, he's like he's scored the world's best goal. He might be offside. To me, he looks offside. I think he's offside. Oh my God. If he's offside, that's like waking up on Christmas Day morning, telling your wife you bought her a Porsche, taking downstairs and then saying, oh shit, I forgot to pay for it. Because he has milked this. He's milked this. He's milked this big time. I think he's offside. I think he's offside. I can't see how he's not going to be offside. And I can't believe he doesn't realise he's offside because he's looking down the line. Do you think he still plays the game like if you pretend that it's a goal, you'll get away with it? Do you think he's one of those players who thinks, if I really celebrate, everyone will think it's a goal? Who'd win in a fight at 40, Elton or Mr. Blobby, says Facing Dex. I'll tell you what, I'd pay to watch it. It's offside. Yeah, offside. Mark, you've previously missed the super chats as LFC Gamers and Flood vlogs. It happens sometimes. Dennis, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much for joining. Doctor Who says Football Away Days. That's what he watched. Mark, which was a better show, Cheers or Frasers? Didn't really watch either of them, mate. I think Villa Miss Bendia done that. New Year's Eve karaoke stream, says Joe. No. At New Year's Eve, you shouldn't be streaming. I saw some people streaming on Christmas Day, and I thought, you know, it's a free world, but I thought it was a little bit sad. I did. I thought streaming on Christmas Day is a little bit sad. Unless you're not religious or you don't like Santa, I think it's a bit sad to be streaming on Christmas Day. Thoughts on people saying Walker best right back in the Premier League ever, says Autoro. They're talking out their arse. And Tobes is currently building a Lego Porsche 911. I want that in future years. That's the sort of stuff I like. It takes bloody ages to build it, doesn't it? Yeah, I love all that. There's a James Bond one as well. I don't think they even make it anymore. Aston Martin James Bond car is a retired product. It was about 300 quid. I don't like 9-1. There's a bit of a fight going on. Bit of a push and a shove. But it's over now. I've got Lego Old Trafford I'm going to build it when I retire. I bought it years ago. I've just never built it. I've got it, Rich. Got it. Anyway, as I was saying, somebody said, would you rather get killed by a tiger and a ninja or 20 Russian spies? And I said, well, either way, you're going to die. Really confused to what Man City's problem is. Do you think it's a mentality problem, says Eddie? I think it's a very competitive league, Eddie. I think that's the problem. And I think they do miss De Bruyne. Do you think Liverpool should go for another left-back since both are injured, says Jay? I mean, it's never a bad idea if you've got the money. Palace are in here. Good block. Good save. Goes for a corner. Time is running out for Chelsea here. Still 3-1 between Wolves and Brentford. It's half-time. Everton lead 1-0 against Man City in our featured game. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Please do subscribe. You can still get the Lego car in Smith's, apparently, says Callum. Anyway, as I was saying, I was watching this Lion King with Seb last night, and I'm not a big fan of these new Disney films where they don't do it cartoon anymore. They try to use real and CGI, so it makes it look like real lions that can talk. I was watching it. I was intrigued. It was confusing, and basically, at the end, Simba throws Scar off the mountain, and then the hyenas turn on him, and the camera pans away as an injured Scar gets attacked and killed by about 9 hyenas. And there'll be people there going, well, he deserved it because he killed Aslan. But I don't think it was Aslan, was it? That's the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. What was the name of Simba's dad? It wasn't Dave. Mustafa. It was Mustafa, wasn't it? Mustafa, yeah. Mufasa, not Mustafa. Mufasa. And what's Mustafa from then? Mufasa. Anyway, Scar gets killed by these hyenas at the end. And a lot of people say, well, that's justice. And I just thought, you know what? I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, getting killed by 9 hyenas. Hyenas are horrible. I've seen a hyena kill a deer from eating its arse. We're back onto wildlife, Bridge, and I'm well into, like, there's not a lot I don't know about wildlife and stuff because I was brought up around it. I had 2 dogs and a cat and a budgie, but I've seen hyenas kill a deer from behind. It was literally eating its arse, and the deer was going meh, meh, and I was like, why don't you run away or turn around and say, please strangle me first? I'm in agonising pain. So death by hyena pack for Scar, I think, was a little bit harsh. At least Aslan fell into a load of wild beast and got trodden on. That'd be quick. 1 kick to the head, you're dead. But old Scar being eaten alive by hyenas, they might have started on his cock. Be a painful death, that would. Jazz says, fair play for the multi-watch. Goes to show how ruthless United were after the travel to keep on going. Pep's ruthless transfer business may be coming back to haunt him, says Jazz. Well, we'll go back to Man City against Everton in the second half. But, yeah. I mean, Mufasa, not Aslan. Mark, hello. Hello, Mark. Thoughts on Newcastle, says Seb. The sweat. I think they're in trouble, mate. I think they're in trouble. Yeah, I don't know what everyone else thinks about Newcastle, but I think they're in trouble. I just want to shout out the members section as well. If you see anyone with a badge in the chat, we get loads on the United stand, but it's never really anything I've pushed in here. But if you want to support the channel and be a member, you can do that by clicking the join button. You get a badge next to your name. and we tend to read them out more, but we don't get many on here. And it's a way to support the channel, and your badge changes each month. So like Ud there, who is a member, hello, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Crystal Palace have got a breakaway here. It's a 4v3. I don't think they're going to do anything with it. No, he's overrun that. That's a right waste for Palace. It's amazing how often those breakaways don't turn into something, isn't it? In training, it would be a goal every time. There's a Chelsea player down here. Madueke's hurt his knee. It's a very stretched game here with five minutes to go. Wolves have scored a goal, 4-1. Jimmy says, the new Lion King is great. I don't like the new CGI live action thing Disney are doing, though. I'm not a big fan of Disney films anyway. What's your favourite? What's your favourite Disney film? I don't like Jungle Book, really. Average. Chelsea are saying they should have got a penalty here. I mean, to be fair, it is a foul. Shrek's not Aslan, is it? It's DreamWorks. Pocahontas, I bet you would. Yeah, this is going to be a penalty to Chelsea. It looked like a penalty to me. This is a complete... You know what? This is pantomime. It's pantomime season in the UK. Come and watch the Chuckle Brothers play Cinderella. Well, you won't because one of them's dead. But there is no point sending him to look at this. Well, you know, what's the point anymore? Luke, I haven't missed your super chat. I'd go back and review them every few minutes. So I haven't missed it at all. It's just not been read as quick as you want it to be. Because something else is going on. It is a penalty. But I've got to say, I don't see the point. Because they always just... It is a penalty to Chelsea. I think it was a penalty. Welcome to Members Club, EA Pirate. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Luke says, Mark, would you ever do a PO box so we can send you things to say thank you? No, Luke. Because people might send dog shit and stuff like that. Madueke's never going to get the ball. He's never going to get the ball. But it is a foul. But what I want to say is I don't know why they bother sending the referee to have a look at it. Because whether it's a red card or a penalty, they never say, I don't think it's a red card or I don't think it's a penalty. Henderson or Onana, says Shahin. It's a tough one at the moment. Can Henderson save it? If he does, he's gonna be prime. What's his name now? Randy Orton. Palmer's not on the pitch. He can't take the penalty. Madueke scores. It's a goal, and it's a big goal for Chelsea. 2-1. They're not scroll down FC anymore. They're still fantastically shit, but 2-1 to Palace. Donny's currently building a Lego X-Wing fighter. I need motivation. Mate, you should be enjoying it. It's good fun. Poll, please, Mark. Who is more talented, Dyche or Eric Ten Hag is facing Dexter? Well, I'm obviously going to say Ten Hag. Second half is starting here, so I'm going to go back to Everton, Man City, because I find Chelsea quite boring. Sorry. And we're up and running in the second half here. Let me get the timer going. We've had 22 seconds. I'm a little bit late here. Apologies for that. I mean, I've got to say, I would love a draw here. I mean, I want Everton to win, but I would love a draw. If they don't win, I'd love a draw. That's what I'm saying. I don't want Man City to win. Don't forget, we're sponsored by Surfshark. You can get 6 months free with Surfshark with the code That's Football. Links in the description, or scan the QR code. Fantastic bit of kit, Surfshark. It's a VPN, a virtual private network. So you basically log on to your laptop or your phone, you fire up Surfshark. It will change your location to anywhere in the world. So if you want to be in New York and log into your American Netflix when you're in India or any other country, you can do that. Fantastic bit of kit. Protects your surfing online as well. Give it a try. 6 months free. Maybe you've never tried a VPN. Maybe you have. But well worth a try. Check it out. 6 months free with the code That's Football. Links in the description. Or scan that QR code when it goes round. Right. Can Everton get a result? Let's wait and see. Bristol City or Rovers, says Tom. Probably Rovers. Just prefer the name. Dale says, Watchalong weekend. My weekend consists of Goldbridge Saves Football out on Friday morning. The weekend is New Year, so got to be a bit careful here. But Forest against Man United. I'm on United stand on Saturday at 5:30. Sunday, I'm going to do Fulham Arsenal at 2 o'clock. I don't think I'll be doing another game on Saturday. I might do Luton Chelsea at 12:30, but it doesn't really pull me in, if I'm being honest. The 3 o'clock games aren't brilliant. Villa Burnley, Palace Brentford, City Sheffield United, and Wolves Everton. They're not really that interesting. But definitely New Year's Day, Liverpool against Newcastle. I'll be doing that. And then it's FA Cup weekend, the following weekend. And then the Premier League splits for this international break, doesn't it? You're going to do a Super Bowl watch along? 100%, David. It's one of my favourite streams of the year. Super Bowl. If you're not... It's a great event. Everton are in the box here. Shoots wide. United looked dangerous in that second half. Were you delighted with the performance, says Godric? Best game of the season watching United. Really enjoyed it, yeah. Really enjoyed it. Poll Mark, who is more talented, Dyche or Ten Hag? I'll do it. Either or. Ten Hag. Dyche. Get your votes in. Paula says, I thought Big Head Henderson would save that penalty, but as usual, it's all hot air. Thanks very much, Paula. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. You're very welcome. Double watch along tomorrow night. Both the North London clubs in action. Brighton Spurs and West Ham Arsenal. Should be good games, actually. Favourite trimmings on a roast and Christmas dinner, Mark, says Tom. Well, I had bread sauce, I had stuffing, had red cabbage, Brussels sprouts, parsnips. No carrots this year, I don't think. Oh, no, we did have carrots. We did have carrots. Pigs in blankets, yeah. Who's the bigger legend, Giggs or Scholes, says Barry? I mean, they're both legends, aren't they? I mean, it's very difficult. I preferred Scholes as a player, but Giggs won more and played more. That was lovely. Can Man City get back into this game? I think they can. I mean, they looked good up until Everton scored, but since Everton have scored, they've looked a little bit more nervous and a little bit more penetrative. But I think if they can get one back, that'll give them the impetus to go and get another one. Next goal's massive in this game. And look, if you're if you're a Villa fan, Liverpool fan, Arsenal fan, these games are as nervous as your games because you're like desperately wanting Man City to keep dropping points, because the more they drop, the more chance you've got. Man City are still favourites with the bookies. Albin says, can we have a look at the league table? You know what? I think that's a great idea. A great idea. So Liverpool, Man City would be, if they lost this game, they'd be 8 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand. Whereas if they win it, they're 6 points behind with a game in hand. So, you know, it's massive. And I think Man City's next 4 or 5 games are all winnable. They're all like Sheffield United, Brentford, people like that. So you want them to lose. You want them to be losing points. Newcastle against Sunderland. Watchalong, says Ben. Let me have a look. I don't know what the FA Cup games are. I mean, I don't know what Watchalong. I mean, it's a bit early to be asking me, but I don't mind. I don't mind. So when is Wigan Man United's on the Monday? Arsenal Liverpool is on the Sunday. I'll do that. When are Newcastle playing Sunderland then? Can't even see. I can't even see it. I must be going blind. I can't even see Newcastle Sunderland. It's not on the Sunday. It's not on the Saturday. Oh, it is. It's on the Saturday at 12:45. I'll make my mind up on the time, mate. I'll make my mind up on the time. It's close between Deitch and Ten Hag, by the way. 1-1. There it is. Man City have missed the goal. Fucking hell. It pissed me right off. They really pissed me off. They really pissed me off. They're such fuckers. This is why I think Man City will still win the league, because they're going to be relentless. Phil Foden, edge of the box, bottom corner, lovely goal. It's a lovely goal by Foden. Nothing Pickford can do about that. 40 minutes now. Man City will have their tail up. He's scored a cracking goal there. Boring Foden. Look, he's a good player, Foden, but there is something massively uncharismatic about him. He's just a very systematic player, isn't he? He's almost robotic, I think, Foden. But you can't criticise him for that. He's a very good talent, but yeah, there is just something a little bit. He lacks charisma. I mean, at least Grealish has got a little bit about him. Bloody hell, right across the face of the goal. Man City are going to win this. The whole City team is robotic, says Ammon. They're just frustratingly good. Frustratingly good. Foden was in there as well. Wants a corner, and he should get one, actually. Chelsea have won 2-1 against Crystal Palace. Wolves have obviously won anyway. I don't know whether it's full time, but they're 4-1 up against Brentford. They're into stoppage time there. Chelsea beat Palace. A big win for them. Keeps them in... Well, no, that doesn't keep them in the top half. They're scroll down FC. They're 3 points off Bournemouth in 11th. Joint with Wolves. Chelsea's next game is Luton on Saturday. Good thing for Chelsea is that they're in the Carabao Cup. It's all Man City at the moment, by the way. Drogo says City are boring. Anyone get dumped for Christmas? That'll make good content. Make it up if you want. That's harsh, isn't it? Where's my Christmas present? I haven't bought you one. You're dumped. I've been sleeping with your best mate for the last 6 months. That could be a man saying that to a woman as well. It's very sexist to assume that it would be the woman sleeping with your best mate. Could be the man sleeping with the woman's best mate. Could be a man sleeping with the man's best mate. Could be a woman sleeping with the... This is the trouble with diversity. You have to explain it too much. Let's just assume. Let's just not assume. That's, you know, that's my big tagline for 2024. When it comes to diversity, instead of having to list everything off, let's just say, let's not make assumptions. Let's not make assumptions. There comes City again. It's wave after wave at the moment. It's like a royal family parade. Cross comes in. There we go. Well, you can't. Well, Jamie makes a great point. The problem is if you assume, you can't assume someone's gender anymore. You've got to put all the stuff in the emails, haven't you? Ask people for their pronoun. Frederick caught her cheating. Some people like that, Frederick. It depends whether you wanted to. There's a whole category on that, apparently. I think it's called... It's something to do with cooking. I can't remember what it's called. Cook. It's cook something. It's not cuckoo. It's something like that. Basically, it's people who like to watch their partners get done by somebody else. Can be your best mate. Can be a stranger. It's got its own category, apparently. Oh, someone was telling me this in the pub a few years ago. Oh, hold on a minute, referee. I think there should be a red card there. You might want to go back and have a look at that. Robert's seen it. It's called Cook Old, apparently. And Hannah's seen it as well, and she's a member. Not of the Cockhold Club. She's a member of this channel. Send him off. Vlad got dumped last Christmas because I didn't give him a heart. Getting dumped on Christmas chat is giving Jeremy Kyle vibes. Remember that rubbish, says Becca. That was all staged. That was all staged. Here's some content. I'm already a father of a 2-year-old, but found out yesterday we're now having twins. Kind of terrified. Here's to all United fans, says Jason. Well, congratulations, Jason. Congratulations. Becky Hale is a new member of the club. Thank you, Becky. Right, referee is going to book somebody here for the tackle. People are saying it should be a red. It's a yellow card for Akanji. Chelsea are apparently 10th. It hadn't been updated. It's not going to be a red. They've not even replayed the foul, so it can't have been that bad. They booked him. Everton have got to get out here. It's relentless, City. I mean, they've still got 32 minutes here. City are definitely going to score. They've got to find something. To the guy having twins, please don't name them Joel and Avram, says Varun. Amazon are crap with replays, says Daniel. I never thought of that. I mean, that's a stupid foul on the edge of the box by Andre Gomez. And he's got booked for it. It was a stupid foul. As a manager, you're furious with that. You're like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that, man? Why is Phil Foden hugging the free kick taker before he takes it? Bloody hell. J4C, yeah, OneFootball should have the stats on today. You can download it for free through the link in the description or scan the QR code. McAllister, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much for joining and supporting the channel. Rob says, if you had to sign one player from each mid and lower table teams, who would you take for Man United? Says Rob. don't know what that meant. Rob, that's... no, we can't... that's a podcast question. That's not a live stream question. That's going to take forever. Good save by Pickford. Good free kick from Alvarez. I can't take one player from all 20 teams. I'll be here all day. I'll take one from the bottom and one from the top. It's like countdown. Who would I take? Who's bottom of the league at the moment? I don't even know. Sheffield United and Liverpool. I don't even know. I wouldn't. I'll tell you what. Sheffield United. I'll be fair. You can keep your players. I don't want one. And Liverpool. I'd take Salah. I don't want anyone from Sheffield United. Keep your players. Kovacic is coming on. Nanda says, do you think Wang Hee-chan could get a bigger move away from Wolves? I think the amount of goals he's scored this season, he could do. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. 100%. Man City, 100%. He's giving it. That ref there. Let's have a look. That's not a penalty. That's not a penalty. That's not a penalty. Never in a fucking million years is that a penalty. That's not a penalty. That is not a penalty. That is Man City players charging towards the referee and he's bottled it. That is not a penalty. That is a natural arm movement and he wasn't going to give it, and then Man City have absolutely charged him and he's changed his mind. He wasn't giving it. If he'd seen it, he would have given it straight away. That's for VAR to give the penalty. That's not for him. He didn't see that. He didn't see that quick. No way. No way. Never in a million years. And this is the problem, though. I keep telling you this. This is the problem. There's been penalties like that last weekend that weren't given. The Premier League handball rule is ridiculous. Nobody can argue it's a penalty, and nobody can argue it's not a penalty, because there are so many inconsistencies. He has not gone with his arms out to handle that. He has done a natural body movement like that. It's not, you know, it's so inconsistent. It is so inconsistent in this league. And obviously, we didn't see Romero get given one when it was against Garnacho. It's the same old shit all the time. All the time. It's completely broken. But they've scored it. Soft penalties. Yeah. I'm going to end this Ten Hag Sean Dyche poll because it's boring and I want to ask you about the penalty. Was it a penalty? I mean, in a sense, it doesn't really matter whether you say yes or no because nobody really understands what the rule is. But my issue with this is that I watch a lot of football and he's been influenced by the players, says Charlie, 100%. He wasn't giving it straight away. He wasn't going to give that penalty. And then all the City players charged towards him like this. They should get fined for that, by the way. They never get fined for it. It's the captain who's meant to do it. It's not Phil Foden or Akanji's job to run at the fucking referee with their hands in the air. They should get fined for that, but they won't do because it's Man City. It's the same old shit all the time. If I was an Arsenal fan or a Liverpool fan or a Villa fan, wake up, because The amount of decisions Man City get is fucking ridiculous. And they get it because they crowd the referee and they never, ever, ever get in trouble for it. And that referee there has bottled it. He's changed his mind within 3 seconds. He wasn't going to give it. And then he gets charged by the Man City fans and he go, oh, it must be a penalty. I must give it. But the problem is, it's not a penalty. It is a penalty. I don't know. But I've seen penalties not get given for that. So everyone's saying, oh, it's a blatant penalty. It hits his hand. Luke Shaw hit his hand at Anfield. And everyone said, no, it's not a penalty because he can't do anything about it. So Romero on Garnacho puts his hand in the air, hits his hand. He can't do anything about it. It's just inconsistent. I'm not saying it's not a penalty, but I'm not saying it is a penalty either because there is no consistency in the Premier League when it comes to handballs. I say it every week. There is zero consistency with handballs. Man City fans can say bitter, whatever. I don't give a shit. You can think it's a penalty. You can think it's not a penalty. It matters not to me. What matters to me is the inconsistency is ridiculous. I've seen them not given. I've seen them given. But they always seem to get given to Man City. The Højlund foul on Rodri. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. You never see them get given. Gets given to City. The offside against Fulham never gets given. You see the goal get given to Man City. Kovacic should have been sent off twice. Doesn't get sent off because it's Man City. You know, the amount of decisions they get, they go their way. And Man City fans will talk about the Grealish thing. Well, that wasn't VAR. That was a referee on the pitch. Mate, you can write in the chat, I'm a Man United fan and it's clearly a penalty. You're talking out your arse. You can't use the words, it's clearly a penalty with the Premier League. You're not getting my point. It's not about Man City. It's not about Arsenal. It's not about Man United. You're an absolute fool if you're going, well, I'm a Man United fan and I think it's a penalty. It's got nothing to do with who you support. You're not listening. I'm talking about the PGMOL. I'm talking about VAR. And I'm talking about the officiating in this country. I'm not talking about Man City. I think they get a lot of decisions that go their way. That's something to discuss. But what I am talking about, it's got nothing to do with who you support. I'm talking about the inconsistency with the handball rule. 1 week it's a penalty, 1 week it's not. That's the problem. As football fans, as consumers, as paying customers, we should be able to watch a football game and understand the rules. And when it comes to handball, we don't. At Anfield, when that cross came in and bounced against Luke Shaw's hand like that, I thought they were going to give a penalty. I didn't know whether it was a penalty or not because I don't understand the rule. And there were Liverpool fans saying, to be fair, I think it would have been a bit harsh. But I said, if it had happened at the other end, I'd want a penalty because it's bounced and hit his hand by his side. I don't understand the rule and nobody knows the rule. So you can't use the words, it's clearly a penalty, because there's no such definition as a clear penalty in the rules that they use. It's subjective. So there's no such thing as a clear penalty because it's subjective. And therefore, because it's subjective, everyone will have a different interpretation of it. I'm with Anthony. He says it needs to go back to movements towards the ball. This unnatural position thing is bullshit. Well, I don't know what he's supposed to do. I've got to say, if it happened to Man United, I'd want a penalty. But it happened to Manchester United and we didn't get a penalty. So that's the problem with it. If that's a penalty, why wasn't Liverpool's given versus Arsenal? The script has turned on, says Baz. Which one was that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. 100%. I'm tweeting that. This is going to do really well. There you go. At Mark Goldbridge, check it out. LFC Gamer says the official needs balls and face up to the City players instead of allowing them to get bullied with their intimidating tactics. Just a thought, says LFC Gamer. But Baz has made the comment of the night. Comment of the night. If that's a penalty, why wasn't Liverpool's given against Arsenal? Red Army says, Man City have got absolutely zero aura or passion about them. A soulless sports washing project with 115 serious cheating charges over them. I'm with Andrew. He says, how can it be a clear penalty when other teams don't get them? You've got Romero against Garnacho, which was more of a penalty. And then you've got Odegaard palming the ball away at the weekend. No penalty. That's the problem. That's exactly my point. It can't be a clear penalty. The definition doesn't work. You get all these smug prats going, it's clearly a penalty. And I'm like, you're an idiot. Tell me why that's clearly a penalty and Odegaard wasn't then. Tell me why that's a penalty and Garnacho against Romero wasn't. Exactly. There's no such thing as a clear penalty. There's inconsistency and subjectivity game to game. And I tell you what, there are huge, huge issues with the way this title is won if Man City win it. Because Arsenal and Liverpool and Aston Villa against Sheffield United have been fucked over by horrific officiating around penalties and handballs, and somebody else in the title race hasn't. It'll be harsh, but I think you should stick with it being a handball regardless of the natural position. No one complained then, says Jace. I'd rather every time it hits the hand, it's a penalty. Because then it's the only, I mean, for me, it's the only way that you can have consistency. And I know it pisses people off, but in Europe, if it hits your hand, it's a penalty. 99% of the time. We're obsessed with this stupid idea of subjectivity, and it leads to massive inconsistency. For me, that's a penalty, but so's the Odegaard one, so's the Luke Shaw one. If it hits your hand, it's a penalty. I think it's the only way to get consistency, and that's what we want. Stephen says people could aim at the hand. Well, so be it. I think it's the best way. And players will just have to put their arms behind their back. Chelsea's absolutely right. It's the same as the offside rule. The offside rule is broken in the Premier League, and the handball rule is broken in the Premier League. And the red card rule is broken in the Premier League. So, tell me I'm wrong. Offside is broken, handball is broken, and red cards are broken. Three fundamental things that have a huge impact on the game are broken. And you can clip me up on this. The Premier League is the best league in the world, and yet we've got officiating that has a broken handball rule, a broken offside rule, and a broken red card system. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Three massively important rules, and they can't officiate it. Freddie says it wasn't a penalty against Odegaard and it wasn't a penalty tonight because it's both natural. But you know when it's in a title race and one team doesn't get it and the other team does, it becomes a big problem. May as well stick VAR and Man City as a couple, says Brad. May as well. I mean, VAR may as well be sponsored by Man City. You'd think the FA and the refs would punish the team with 100 charges, but rather they seem to be doing the opposite, as if putting them on a pedestal, says Daniel. Liverpool offside versus Burnley, but City not versus Fulham, says Grumpy. I need a stretch. Well, I don't see a way back for Everton now. I really don't. I mean, the first goal by Foden was fantastic, but I don't see a way back for that now. And it's a bit unlucky. It's a bit unlucky. Oh, there nearly was. Calvert-Lewin. Jinx again. I don't see a way back for Everton. I don't see a way back. It's a lovely bit of play. I think it's Harrison puts the cross in. And I mean, Calvert-Lewin should probably score. Alfie Allen says, how can it be the best league in the world with a broken system? Well, it's in defiance, really. We've got the best league in the world despite having the worst officiating. It's scary how good the league could be if we fix those things, because it still is the best league. I think the tinfoil hats need to calm down. City have had some decisions go against them, says Luke. What decisions are they then, Luke? Nowhere near the same amount as everyone else. I don't think it's tinfoil hats, mate. I think we can all point to the fact that Arsenal, Liverpool and Villa have had some horrible decisions this season. Don't kick the ball out. Don't kick the ball out. There's nothing wrong with Alvarez here. It's just about taking the sting out of the game. Classic Pep tactics, this is. Slow the game down. And you know why the game stopped? Because Kyle Walker kicked it up to a Man City player who caught the ball. The ball's not going out. It's not a head injury. He should be playing on. Kick the ball out. It's amazing when you watch Man City just how much Man City players run the referee. Like, they literally run the referee. Toby says, not a foul, but that hurts and the ref stopped the game. Well, he shouldn't stop the game. It's not a head injury. He shouldn't stop the game. The rules are written for that. He shouldn't be stopping the game. It's not a head injury. He's hurt his leg. If Man City want to kick the ball out, they can kick the ball out. He doesn't need to stop the game there. It's a drop ball now, and it should be an Everton throw-in because Man City decided to stop the game themselves. It shouldn't be a drop ball. It should be a throw-in because Man City have kicked the ball out. It's all about mind games with Pep, you see. Man City keep possession. Fucking ridiculous. Why are Man City keeping possession? Why is the referee stopping the game when he hasn't got a head injury? Man City should kick that ball out. Kyle Walker acting all hard. I don't think Everton have got the quality to get back into this game. 12 minutes to go. Big win for City, though. Look at that. Puts them 5 points off Liverpool with a game in hand. City are in 10th, by the way. They hadn't added the points on. City are experts at gamemanship, says Gruff. He's absolutely correct. The diving, the time wasting. Same as Barcelona. It comes from Pep. Troy says, Mark, stop crying. Maybe other teams should do the same. I'm glad not many other teams do it, mate. I'm glad not many people follow Pep's tactics in gamesmanship, diving, and slowing games down. Why don't you like City? Well, I think there's about 115 reasons, really. I'm not going to list them off here, but yeah. I don't talk about it much, and you'll see a lot of it in the chat, but I don't respect Manchester City like a lot of people. I just don't respect them because I don't believe in what they do, and I think they're a very good team with a very good manager. I just don't believe in the credibility of what they've done. I don't believe in the credibility of their treble. I don't believe in the credibility of what they've done over the last 10 years. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a couple of years to find out. Played high school soccer against Harrison in the States. Insane to think we amateurs played against a future Premier League player, says William. Imagine cheating to beat Everton. You cheating prats. You know who you are, says David. Going into Rose Ed, never on target, not a penalty, says Odie. I don't think it's a penalty, but it's the inconsistency of the handball rule. 10 minutes to go. Can Everton find a way to get something out of this game? I just don't think they can. I think Man City, reluctantly, I think they've game managed this perfectly. They've played the referee. They've played the game. When they needed to get a win, they found a way to do it. Without De Bruyne, without Haaland, with another injury to John Stones, they've found a way. And the worrying thing for Liverpool and Arsenal is Man City remain title favourites. And they're also a team that can go and win 15, 16 games in a row in the second half of the season. And they've done it plenty of times. Do you think they're bad to watch, says N? I think there's aspects of Man City that are, you know... I think they're better to watch when Haaland plays. I don't like them when Haaland doesn't play because it's... Alvarez is just... It's all very ticky-tacker and slow, isn't it? Dan says, you said no decisions against City. What about that wrongly disallowed goal against Liverpool because Alisson got pushed? What, when Alisson got fouled by Kanji because he grabbed his arm? That's called a foul, mate. I mean, don't go comparing that to Gabriel and Newcastle, which was the most blatant foul we'll ever see and wasn't given. It's amazing what Man City fans try and claim as injustice, isn't it? Oh, what about that goal we didn't get against Liverpool when Alisson caught it and our defender grabbed his arm? Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, that was such an injustice, wasn't it? Goalkeeper catches the ball and you grab his arm and it falls out. Yeah, that was such an injustice. The whole world was in uproar. Everyone had their lighters out, didn't they, marching on London? Come on. What a fucking joke, mate. You wouldn't know what injustice was. Injustice for Man City is when they don't get caviar for supper. Come on. I'm sorry, but the Premier League, UEFA, or even private investigators need to check the City and the PGML bank accounts because this is Barcelona-level bribery, says Jack. Hi, Mark. We need referees from overseas in the Premier League. If they fool Oliver, can referees in Saudi Arabia, then ref from Spain can come here, says Paul D. I'll love it if Everton score. But is that not a foul off the ball there on Danjuma by Akanji? Probably not, actually. I thought he was going to get in. Everton have actually defended their box very well. It's just, you know, a very good finish by Foden. And then a very good shot by Foden. And then, you know, an iffy penalty. If City are guilty, does that tarnish Pep's legacy, says Kian, if they're found guilty? Interestingly, look, I've had my say. 10,500 votes. Was it a penalty? Yes, 35%. No, 65%. That should be screenshotted and sent to the PGMOL because your referee changed his mind because Man City players crowded him, and 65% of people don't think that was a penalty. So there's the inconsistency again, isn't it? Subjective nonsense that goes in the favour of a team that, you know, doesn't need preferable treatment. The Premier League is rigged, says Rahul. Well, I don't believe it is rigged, but I do not think that I don't think things are evening itself out. That's it. Game over. Man City 3-1. Bernardo Silva. I don't know what Pickford's doing here. I mean, there's not going to be a late equaliser. It's going to be a big win for Man City. Oh, it's just how smug they are. It's how smug they are. I mean, Jack Grealish is either really thick or acting. How can you run around enjoying Man City's success like it actually means something? Oh, get me a can of lager. Look at me. I'm Jack Grealish. Mate, you've got so much charisma and you play for the most plastic club in the world. It's just crap by Pickford, this. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's had a good game, Pickford, but that's crap. And it's a great finish by Bernardo Silva. But that's game over. I've played the game. That's a good finish. Oh, mate, I find it very difficult to praise Manchester City because, and I think a lot of people feel like it. I know Pep's one of the greatest managers that's ever lived, and I know they've got some fantastic footballers, and I know Erling Haaland's the best striker in the world, and I know De Bruyne is one of the best players in the world, and I know that Bernardo Silva is a fantastic player, and there's no doubting the quality of people like Phil Foden, but they are so boring. They are so boring, and they always have been boring. I've seen more charisma in Roadkill. They are so boring. I don't understand why people support them, unless it's just the definition of glory hunting. Or you're a lifelong Man City fan from before 2008. I just don't understand why people want Man City shirts. I don't understand why kids today want to support them. If you want to support Arsenal, Liverpool, I understand it. I'm not saying support Man United. We're not very good. But I don't understand why people want to support them. There's just nothing exciting about them. And I know they've won a treble, and I know they win the league, but they're so uncharismatic. I just don't get it. I really don't. And also, on top of that, I don't talk about it much anymore because we're going to be waiting for years. But the charges are genuine. Everton have had a fucking 10-point deduction for way less. These charges are real. They've been charged with 115 things. If they get found guilty of 5 of them, they'll be out the Premier League. So everything I can't believe the Premier League. I understand it because it takes a long time. It's a judicial process. But Man City fans can't moan at Man United fans, Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans for saying 115 because you've got no credibility whilst you've been charged. You know, innocent till proven guilty, but there's a lot of bloody charges there. And people just want the answer. You can't sit there and praise Man City at the moment thinking their whole existence could be based on cheating. There needs to be answers. And we could be waiting years for it. We really could. But they're a very uncharismatic football club. But the main reason I'm not happy that they've won is because every game they lose means we've got a better title race. And I think I predicted they'd win the league at the start of the season, and I still predict they're going to win the league now. I think that they've played the game. They know how to do it, and they'll believe that they can do it again, especially when they get De Bruyne back and Erling Haaland back. Luke says, welcome to That's Football, everyone's welcome. Well, you are welcome. I don't have to bloody agree with you. Why do you think the channel's a success, mate? Because I sit there and kiss everyone's arse. It's called a debate. Not everyone's going to like you. Look, mate, I've supported Man United all my life. People used to hate us. The thing I don't understand about Man City fans is they moan about people not liking them because they've got no experience of winning. When you win, people don't like you. Man City fans are hilarious. They moan because people don't like them, but they don't realise it's because they win everything. Get used to it. People don't like you because you're winning. Take it as a compliment. Lego Porsche's great build. Please build live, says Tobbs. I'm glad you're enjoying it. If City are not found guilty, is Man City's treble better than United's? No. No, Man United's treble was harder to do with less players in a time that you can't replicate. And Man United weren't backed by ridiculous amounts of money compared to everybody else. I'll tell you what I am impressed by, though. I'm impressed by the volume of Man City fans in the chat because that completely and utterly defies logic. I mean, I think what it is, you can actually create like 1,000 YouTube accounts with a bot. I think it's the same person spamming the chat because I can't believe how many people there are in the chat who are apparently Man City fans. Multiple accounts, says Abs. Yeah, because if I do a poll about Man City, who's the better player, Phil Foden or Tarkowski? Tarkowski will win. In fact, let's prove that. Let's prove that. These are bots. We're being bot attacked by Man City fans here. Either or, Foden or Tarkowski. Now, if there are many Man City fans, then Foden should win by 99%. Get your vote in. Foden or Tarkowski. I built my Lego Old Trafford with my dad. It looks great, says Danny Inns. So it's a long build. I've got it, Kian. I've got the Lego Old Trafford set. I just haven't built it. Pep gave all United fans so much trauma because of the Champions League finals. That's why you all moan. It's really not Grealish. It's got nothing to do with that. And Squawk says, I'm a City fan. I like your content. There's no reason why you wouldn't like the content if you're a Man City fan, because I've never said that you don't play, you don't deserve to win. I've predicted you'll win the title. I haven't predicted you'll win the title because the PGMOL are going to give you dodgy decisions. I predicted you'd win the title because I think you've got the best team and you've got the most experience. But I don't like you because I support Manchester United. And I don't like you because you're probably going to break our records. And I don't like you because you're winning. And that's the byproduct of winning. Never, when United were winning things, would I be going on forums, please like us, you're just bitter. Well, I know people don't like us because they're bitter. Of course, I wouldn't give a shit about Man City if they were mid-table. I wouldn't give a toss. It's because they're good. It's the circle of life. And Man City have dominated the Premier League for too long and people are fed up of it. What annoys people is Man City fans thinking that everyone's got to like them, and we don't. We don't have to like you. I don't think Everton have done enough in this game to get anything out of it, though. I mean, I think the penalty was dubious, but second half, Everton really never came out. There you go. There are hardly any Man City fans because either or, Foden's got 30% and Tarkowski's got 69%. So, the players work extremely hard, says Paolo. Nobody can say what they achieved is meaningless. They shouldn't celebrate. If you don't like the fans, is fine, but don't discredit the players' achievements, says Paulo. I'll discredit what I like. If Man City have cheated, the players are discredited. The manager is discredited. I don't know what your point means. Man City players who sign for Man City, they sign for Man City for money. They don't sign for Man City because they had Sean Gota bed covers or Paul Dickoff curtains or, Andy Dibble pyjamas. They don't know who those people are. They probably thought they were in Coronation Street or 911. They signed for Man City for money. If Man City get done for charges, they're discredited. End of story, innit? Look at AC Milan and Juventus when they had titles took away from them. Them players are discredited. Their titles are gone. I love your content, but surely it would make more sense to complain about your own club being bad or complain about the league. We are innocent, says Sean. Yeah, I've got the biggest Man United channel in the world, mate. I talk about Man United on there. This is a general football channel. So, yeah, and we're watching Man City against Everton. So we're talking about Man City. Quite simple, isn't it? I'm going to watch the Wolves game after this, Lindsay. My FPL's done quite good, actually. I've got 37 points. Hwang Hee-chan, Garnacho, and Senesi, is it? Got me a clean sheet. Jack says, please don't watch a City game again because your opinions towards City have no logic. Truth hurts, mate. You've got 115 charges and you've had a lot of decisions go your way this season. I'm not going to dress it up. When Newcastle got a lucky goal against Arsenal, I didn't dress it up. I've got nothing against Newcastle. When Liverpool should have had a goal against Spurs and it was disallowed, I've got nothing against Spurs, but Liverpool were cheated. You see the game, you watch the game, you have an assessment of the game. I thought the handball changed the game, and it's ridiculous that within days we're getting a handball for somebody having their hands in a natural position, and yet Odegaard palmed the ball away. One's a penalty and one isn't. It's a disgrace. It's not Man City's fault, but they seem to get a lot of decisions going their way this season. This is a fucking title race. It's not a game of fucking chess in your back garden. It's a title race. Arsenal have lost 3 points at Newcastle. Liverpool have lost 3 points at Spurs. Man City are getting handballs like that. They're the best team in the league. Villa should have had a penalty last week against Sheffield United. Seems to me that there's a lot of dodgy decisions going against clubs in the title race, and yet Man City are getting soft penalties at Old Trafford, people not getting sent off, and decisions like that. It needs calling out. If I was a Man City fan, I'd say, cry more. We've got 3 points. You walk away. It's got nothing to do with you. I'm talking about officiating. The officiating is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I'm tired of it. And it's not going away. It's going to keep on happening. Of course it is. But the big thing for me is Liverpool-Arsenal, blatant handball, not given because of some... I don't know why it wasn't given. Everton player goes to block the ball, hits his hand. Yeah, penalty. Doesn't even go to VAR. That's a penalty. How is the linesman or the referee giving that penalty in real time? In real time, how are they giving that? And yet, at Anfield, even VAR didn't give it. It's the inconsistency that is pissing people off. And in a title race, if you count it all up, there is one team that's getting a lot of things not going for them, and a lot of teams that aren't. But more importantly, it's the inconsistency, and it does need calling out. And if you benefit from it, that's fine. But it's a title race. It's a title race, and I'm sure Liverpool could quite easily say they should have another 5 points. Arsenal can quite easily say they should have another 3 points. Aston Villa could say we should easily have another 2 points. I don't think Man City can justify that they should have any more points from anywhere. I can't think of a decision. And they'll talk about the Jack Grealish one. He was not one-on-one. He was going to get caught by that defence. It was a stupid decision. Should have been play on. But Jack Grealish had a long way to go to that goal. Vicario's very good one-on-one, and I don't think he would have made it there one-on-one anyway. But look, you know what? The bitterness comes from the fact that Man City are very good, and that, you know, I put my hands up to that. I'm human, but I think this is the season that, for me, I think we're going to hit May, and we're going to go, remember that Arsenal-Newcastle thing? Remember that Liverpool-Spurs thing? And it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable that the handball is broken. The handball rule is broken. The offside rule is broken, and the red card system is broken. And they're massive things. They're absolutely massive things. Anyway, we're back tomorrow night. I'm sure there'll be more VAR controversy in that. Arsenal against West Ham, Spurs against Brighton. Thanks everyone for tuning in. You're absolute legends. Always good when there's a bit of a debate going on, and I'm all up for that. So check out. We're back tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe, smash a like on the video, and we'll be back tomorrow. Take care, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your evening.